Hey folks, I want to make a quick little video describing how to go and figure out the numbers and the game referred to as the A1 solar budget game. You're going to notice that this assignment does have 4 levels to this game. Some of the things you're going to need here for this greenhouse effect energy game. You're going to notice here materials needed. It talks about M&Ms and Skittles. You're also going to need to have a couple of bowls. I chose to use bowls. You can use Tupperware bins, anything that you can go and use to go and collect your things, whether it's Skittles, M&Ms, and so forth. I've got one labeled as the sun, one as the earth, and one as the atmosphere. And so I'm going to start off by putting a few of these into the sun bin here. Get a few going here. And so here we go. So big thing takeaway, this is all about trying to go and monitor and measure the amount of energy that moves to and fro from the sun to the earth to the atmosphere. Now, in the first game, it's a young earth, and so we only need the sun's energy and the earth to go along with this. You're going to notice that the rules are explained in the paper, but in essence, basically, every day the sun is going to send 10 units. That's 10 units of energy, each unit being a food product, a candy. It's going to send 10 units from the sun, radiant energy, mostly in the form of visible light, to the earth. Okay. Now the earth is going to absorb the visible light, convert it into infrared, and a lot of that heat is going to then eventually, as the day goes along, be released back to space. Now the way we're going to try and work off these numbers is we're going to use basically the 50% rule that says at the end of each day, due to radiant cooling, the earth will lose half of its thermal energy. Okay. So we'll start off here with the first game, which is just only the sun and the earth. It's a young earth, does not have an atmosphere. And so the first game you're going to notice here, some of it's already been filled in to get yourself started, but basically on the left-hand side, you'll notice it says sun energy in, no atmosphere, so not applicable. And then you'll notice here it says earth energy stored, and there's a temperature rating, if you will. Now this is not 5 degrees, this is not 8 degrees, so much as it's a measurement of the average temperature and how much energy temperature wise is on earth. And so you'll notice here we're going to send 10 units of energy to the earth each day. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And now the earth has 10, but just like I said before, every day the earth is going to lose half of its energy. And so if I was to try and figure out half of 10, that's going to be 5. And so I'm going to use and or lose 5 of those energies to space. So I'll have my space right here. And so I'm going to take out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now I'm left with 5 still on Earth. And you'll notice that the chart is filled in. 5 in Earth, 5 out to space. We then go to our next day and send another 10. So here comes 10 more. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So if we happen to have 5 on Earth and we've added 10, we're now up to 15. So we're going to go and think of the Earth as having 15, but again, it's also going to go and release some of its thermal energy, some of its heat out to space because it doesn't have an atmosphere. And so if I cut 15 in half, I can't split my M&Ms in half, but I can split them in half very close with 2 whole numbers. And so you'll notice here that we happen to have 8 on the screen to start. I'm then going to go and say, well, the other number I need here is a 7. And so I'm going to take 7 off of the Earth. 2, 4, 6, 7. I should have 8 still left on Earth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on Earth. And now I can go and keep doing this day after day to eventually I will get to a point where the Earth's temperature, this column right here, actually doesn't change anymore, and it keeps looping and looping. That's your goal in each one of these games, and each one of these games has different rules. All right, so this is game 1. I will show you game 2, 3, and 4 in other videos.